Yes, so hi everyone. So we will start in next 5 minutes. Okay, so welcome everyone to our Cisco SD-WAN course. I will be your instructor for this course. So let me give you a brief introduction about myself. My name is Shank and I will be your instructor for this course. About me, I am triple CCI certified CCIE in data center, routing switching, service provider. I'm having a work experience of around 12 years and work in both the organization, whether it is an enterprise company or the service provider. Roles which I worked on, starting from network engineer to solution architect to I almost design data centers, service provider networks, implement, and also worked on the pre-sales part over it and over the cloud consultant as well. So that's all about me. So I request three, four guys to tell me about yourself and what are your expectations related to this course. So anyone can of you start.
Yeah, my name is Madhukar. So I am working as a L2 network engineer, and I would like to know about the SD-WAN concept. I just have a knowledge on WAN concept like MPLS, BGP configuration. Just I wanted to know the concepts about this SD-WAN
Okay.
since it is a
Mm-hmm.
new technology here.
Right. Okay. Anyone else? Come on, guys. Tell me.
Yes, myself Venkatesh.
Mhm.
So I'm already part of ACA and Nexus. So I want to look forward for SD-WAN also. To
Mhm.
know more into SD-WAN.
Okay. Anyone else want to say anything? What are your expectations? What all things you need to learn in SD-WAN?
Yes, from basics to the real-time scenarios and all. So where we can work on
Mm-hmm.
SD-WAN.
Mm-hmm.
So to get the capability of working on SD-WAN.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyone else want to say anything before I start? Okay. Yeah, no.
Yes, my name is Noah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also expecting that we get a deep dive in SD-WAN.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working with ACI, I've been deploying some ACI infrastructure, and I'm trying to get the correlation between SD-WAN and ACI. The concept that but I could see there's a logical similarity between the two.
Mm-hmm.
That's my expectation, basically.
Okay. Okay. So let me tell you about today class, how we gonna go in like what we all cover in today class. So first of all, I will tell you about the course structure. Okay. So I will tell you the syllabus that we gonna cover. I will show you our topology, our workbook. Okay. And how you can do lab access to our servers or what are our servers on which SD-WANs is running. And if you want to build your home lab related to SD-WAN, I will tell you what are the minimum requirements you need. So this is again something in related to course structure I will cover in 10 to 15 minutes. And before that, we will start for SD-WAN topics. Again, this is again my first class. So here we will first start with what is SDN solution and portfolio of it. Okay. Then what is WAN, wide area network? What are challenges in WAN? Okay. Then how SD-WAN solves those challenges? Okay, and benefits of SD-WAN. Okay, then your controllers in SD-WAN. So again, what are the components in SD-WAN? So these are the some of the topics that we will take it today, and after that we will do 15 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes Q&A, where you can ask your question related to your doubts or any of the course content or topology or home lab, etc. So related to what I teach, you can ask the question at that time, but related to how we're gonna provide you access, what are our servers on, those type of questions, or what is the fees of this course, etc., etc. These we will cover in last 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. So this is the flow of today class. So let's start. So let me show you the course structure in next 10 minutes I will walk through you all the steps. So let me show you first. So this is the our website on which you can go to the networkjourney.com SD-WAN SDN orchestrations, and on this page you will find the all the courses of our combo batch which we are running. So Cisco ACI, Cisco SD-WAN, Cisco Nexus. So this is the second part. Again, ACI batch we started on 24th of May, and Nexus we will do after ACI batch, and this batch we are starting from today onwards. So related to this, we have, this is our syllabus where we will talk about the architecture, about what is SD-WAN, what are its component, what is its architecture, then how we deploy the controllers in the SD-WAN environment, then what are our edge routers. So this is our module 3, what we mean by OMP protocol, TLOC, etc. Then how we configure the policies in SD-WAN, how we configure QoS inside it, and how we do the management and operations of SD-WAN. So all these, this is again, these are some of the theory topics. Okay, and then we have a complete detailed lab workbook what we will cover. So starting with the basics to the advanced level. So again, how you configure all the things via CLI first, then how you generate your certificates, what are the templates you need to configure, then after that what are the policies you need to configure, how you will do DIA, direct internet access, your QoS, application aware routing, etc. So we have a detailed lab workbook here. Okay, so let me show you the topology that we have. Okay, so this is our topology for our lab. So in on the left side, let me open it in Paint. Okay, so this is our site of controllers where we have all our controllers. So this is our headquarter. We have 3 controllers in SD-WAN. I will explain you in next 10 minutes what is these controllers. vManage, vBond, vSmart. So these are overall controllers will manage your SD-WAN environment. Okay. Then these are our service provider environments. One is MPLS, internet, 4G LTE. So we have 3 type of service provider and employment environments, and then we have our sites. So one is our ETA site, Gamma site. So we have different sites for the SD-WAN, which you can say we will do all the practice over it. And again, this is some special site which is running the Cisco CSR over it. Okay, so this is again the complete topology where we can almost do all the labs. Okay, so again we can complete every type of scenario on this topology. So this is the topology that we have. Then the workbook. So this is our workbook related to SD-WAN. where it is with complete labs of all the tasks like lab 1 configuration of provider network, how we will initialize our controllers, etc, etc. So it has complete detailed task which you can see our topology, access credentials, etc, etc. So every task you will get a detailed output as well as screenshots with what we configured. Okay, so this is the complete workbook we have. So every related to every configuration on SD-WAN, we provided it in the workbook. Okay, so related to lab access, those who will enrolled in this course, they will be provided lab access on our servers. So we have a high-end servers over which you can do the complete SD-WAN lab. So you will get a 6-hour access every day as per your time slot. So we will provide you 4 time slot. You need to choose one time slot out of it and you will get the access. And total 300 hours of access you will get as a part of this course on our Rex. Okay, where you can do all the stuff. Then we have our Slack group where you can talk to me directly and you can post your doubts, anything related to the SD-WAN. So there. Also, if you want to go with home lab, means you want to make your lab on your own server or own desktop, then I will tell you the requirements related to that. So the requirement is minimum you need a 8-core CPU, okay, which is equivalent to 16 core vCPU, okay, and then you need 48 GB of minimum RAM, although preferred RAM will be 68 GB, but below 48 it will be very laggy to run. Then images related to SD-WAN you need. So again, we will not provide these images, okay. So these you can download from Cisco. And then you need a serial key file. Again, we will not provide this one as well. So you need to get a valid contract with Cisco to get this file. You can run the home lab over VMware workstation or ESXi server or any other emulator you have. Okay. Then on the emulators part, you can run it over EVANG, you can run it over GNS3, but I recommend to run it over EVANG because on GNS3 there are some issues with certificates. Okay, so what I recommend, do not run this lab over GNS3. It will not work fine. Okay, so this is related to the home lab if you want to do. Okay, then let me show you the exact exam where it fits in the Cisco. So it comes in the CCNP routing and switching. So this is the exam number 300-415. So let me type CCNP Enterprise. So CCNP Enterprise track. Inside that we have this course 300-415 ENSW SDWI, implementing Cisco SD-WAN solution. So this is what we will cover as a part of this course, and you can also give the exam if you want later on. And the syllabus also, course details also we have. So these are some of the objective of this course, and these are lab outlines which will be two. Okay, so you can go on this site if you want, and you can check what are the things we have it here. Okay, now in briefly next 5 minutes, if anyone having any question till what I explained till now, let me know. After that, we will start with our first topic. So tell me guys if you have any question till what I explained till now.
So it is a part of CCNP enterprise, right?
Yes, so
So
it is a
first,
part of CCNP enterprise, but again in CCI also we have SD-WAN concept, right? So that also we will cover. So we will cover both CCNP enterprise this exam as well as CCI enterprise as well.
so
The syllabus,
it is not an individual exam, right?
it is an individual exam in CCNP enterprise. Anyone else having any question?
SD-LAN is a separate exam or how is it?
Sorry,
SD-LAN.
SD-LAN is SD access. That is different thing.
So there was no any interrelation actually in this course
No,
because last time you told there is some problem to bring that devices and all, right? So it's isolated exam.
yeah, SD access is a different exam, different concept. Nothing related to this one, SD-WAN.
Okay, you said we can build a home lab, right? So for that we need image. So you mean to say that we have to purchase the license from Cisco?
So again, to download a image, you need to have a valid contract with Cisco. It is not related to the license part, but again, to download it, you should have a valid contract.
So do you have any idea or expectation how much it could be? Just for an idea.
I'm not sure about it. So you need to check with the sales guy of Cisco, or else if you can check
So
with your
how the lab you guys built? Out of my curiosity, I'm asking. So it's not like that.
So we have our partner account.
Okay.
So we have a different licenses.
So which means the license include vBond, vManage, and the vEdge, all this, right?
So license is needed to connect your edges to the controllers. It is not the controller only you need a license.
So how about the vBond?
No, nothing like that.
Okay, so we need to have license for on the vEdge.
Yes, when you do the connectivity with your vEdge towards your controller, then you need a license.
Okay, so
But anyways, you to run the controllers only, that is of no point, right? If you not have any of the edges.
Yes. And one more question here: what are the platforms we're gonna cover? Like it's like a Viptela, or you're going to have any ESR converted to vEdge or something like that?
So again, we will cover both vEdge as well as CH. So Viptela device as well as our Cisco device as well.
So ESR conversion, correct?
So not ASR, actually we have the CSR.
Okay, CSR 1000.
Yes.
Okay, so I heard that the new appliance like Cat 6, Cat 8, 8K. Is there any chance you guys give some light on that?
Which one?
The 8K.
Cat 8K. Okay, 8K is not as of now part of this course, but
No,
later on.
my
Yeah,
question.
I will explain you the basics if you want, but
Okay.
again,
Okay.
in detail, it is not part.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, Sean.
Yes, now.
Yes, please. Is it possible we use the raise your hand feature so that the communication goes smooth, so that sometimes if somebody's talking, find it difficult whether I should talk.
Sorry, I'm not able to get you. Your voice is breaking. Tell me again.
I'm saying that is it possible we use the raise your hand feature so that we will have a smooth communication with the participants and everyone.
Again, I'm not able to get you. Can you write your question on the chat, please?
I'm saying that. Can you hear me?
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, I'm saying that is it possible that for the meeting we use the raise your hand feature? You know, there's a feature raise your hand, so that if I want to make a comment or I want to ask a question, I just raise my
Yes,
hand.
we will do it. We will do it that in our daily class. But again, for today, I have a control is like structure. So do not worry. In next 4 minutes I will close this Q&A. Okay, and after that I will start with my this one. So
Okay.
anyone can ask the question right now. So again,
Uh,
anyone having any question?
Yes, Shaq. Sorry, I came in a little bit late. I just wanted to be clear if you've talked about the certificates. Are we going to be using a Windows or Linux
Mm,
for our certificate for
mm.
SD-WAN?
Yes, so I will use the Windows one, but again, Linux command, if you want, I can give you that. How to generate the certificate via Linux as well.
Give us the Linux as well. Thank you.
Yes, if you want, I can show you as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone having any question before we start our first topic of today?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine.
Okay. So let's start with the topic. So first of all, let's start with what is SDN as a whole. So what do you mean by SDN? Anyone tell me? Software defined network. Yes. So apart from the full form.
So it's kind of like we are decoupling the data plane and control plane, and we will have the separate control plane and data plane. So, and we'll push the centralized policies towards the end devices. So that will have the data flow and the routing information, all those stuff will have in centralized way, and we'll do the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So SDN is the one thing that you said is separation of your
Data plane and control plane.
of control plane with your data plane, right? So this is one of the most important characteristic of any of the SDN solution, where you should have your control plane should be separated from your data plane. The next one is you should have your centralized controller, which will manage all the thing.
Yes.
What else? So again, it should be programmable,
Yeah,
right?
APIs, yes. So we can
So
do configuration through APIs.
yeah, so you can do the configuration through API. So these are the most important characteristics of any of the SDN solution.
And the management would be like the troubleshooting, everything will be centralized and it would be holistic. We can see
So
the.
that is again the centralized controller. So everything will be centralized. Okay.
Mean to say that, yeah.
Okay. So now the next point is SDN portfolio for Cisco. Okay. So right now I talk with the Cisco part only. Again, lot of companies are there in the SDN environment. For example, your VMware, your Juniper, Oracle, etc. A lot of companies are there, right? But
Alright.
let's talk as this is a course related to Cisco. So let's talk about the SDN solutions or SDN portfolio for Cisco. So you can see now for SDN, we have solutions for SDN for data center. We have SDN solution for WAN part. We have SDN solution for branches. Okay, so for data center, the Cisco solution for SDN is ACI. Okay, for WAN, the Cisco solution is Cisco SD-WAN, what they call it now. And for branches, it is Cisco SD Access. So again, they have all these solution have the controllers, which is which will centralize manage your whole SDN solution. So for ACI, the controller name is Epic. For SD-WAN, we have 3 controllers. One is vManage, another one is vSmart, and the third one is vBond. And for SD Access, we have a controller which is DNAC. Okay. So this is the whole portfolio related to SD-WAN, SDN solution. So now let's come directly to the WAN solution. So my first question to every one of you, why we use WAN, or what is the benefit of using WAN infrastructure? Can anyone tell me?
So we can do application aware routing, and we can measure the performance.
Tell me in a very basic way, like why we need to use the WAN. That is very basic way.
To connect the branch offices that are spanned across geographical distances.
Okay.
And we can measure the link and switch the WAN links based on the performance, which means we can granularly measure the. That is what I think it's a important feature.
In order to connect
Anything
across the MPLS traffic and the internet traffic.
We don't want any dedicated links in order to connect a controller and different sites.
So why the controller you are coming here? I'm asking the basic thing. Why we need a WAN? That's it.
Interconnect metropolitan cities.
So to
again the answer is the same. So we are decoupling the control plane and data plane so that we avoid.
Right now, I'm not talking about SD-WAN solution. I'm just talking about WAN. It is again.
Okay.
One is required for communication or sharing of data along long distances, like 80 kilometers and above.
Okay. So connectivity for your business requirement, right? Between your sites or data centers. So
yes.
in a very high level point of view, right? Okay. So what is WAN infrastructure? How can we connect? What are the different type of infrastructures available? Types.
So yeah, WAN infrastructure we can say tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
No, that is of ISP. I'm not talking about
MPLS.
ISP.
It's about MPLS and the
point to point
internet.
Point to point.
Internet.
What else?
Frame relay, ISDN.
Frame relay, now it is obsolete. So again, I'm writing, but again, no one use it nowadays. ISDN, what else? ISDN also no one use it.
VPN.
Point to point over Ethernet, PPPoE.
So again,
ADSL.
So we can use VPN, right? Site to site VPN and connect across the site.
Site to site VPN. VPN is a solution. It is not an infrastructure.
A fiber?
Internet, we can say.
Internet, you can say. What else?
And 4G, LTE.
LTE, 4G. What else?
How about that fiber?
Ethernet.
Ethernet, fiber. But again, that is a medium. So do not put it here because this is just a medium. Okay, what else?
VPLS.
So again, yes, VPLS, you can write satellite. Okay, so these are some of the main ways which relates to the WAN infrastructure. So guys, first of all, let me tell you, SD-WAN will not mean to replace your existing infrastructure. Okay, it will run over your existing infrastructure. So underlying connectivity is needed. So it never gonna replace your MPLS or any other WAN infrastructure. Always remember that, first of all.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's talk about traditional WAN challenges. So before SD-WAN, you guys all working, right? So what are the challenges you are having in your traditional or whatever you are running instead of SD-WAN? So what are the challenges you are getting in your WAN environment?
Scalability.
Scalability. What else?
Bandwidth requirement. QoS.
QoS. What else?
Yeah, the ability.
I need at least 10 points.
Availability.
Availability. What else?
And the ability to have redundant, in the sense the performance of the link should be measured and act upon it. I don't know how to call it.
Intelligent redirection of the traffic. I mean,
Monitoring.
And we can say latency issues. We can say performance issues.
So performance related to what? Your application.
Latency, and latency packet loss, we can say.
So I can write it like not application aware. Okay, it will not aware of your application.
Yeah, again, the important feature is like the traditional WAN technologies doesn't have the intelligence how to route the traffic based on the application.
Yes, so not application aware, right?
Local breakouts.
It's out of our control.
Can you say tunnel complexity?
That's main.
So wait, guys, one by one. Complexity. What else?
Out of our control. The service provider do all the necessary configuration into one.
So out of control or out of our control. Okay, what else?
So the management, we can say, and the management is one point, and we cannot use the backup link, which means it's totally not usable when it works only when the primary gets failed, which means we are kind of not at all using the secondary. So we can make a use of it in some way, some way or some. Yeah. So I don't know how to call it, but
we need to have multiple devices in the branch offices to connect to different.
So what is the problem with multiple devices? Means I'm not getting a point.
No, for redundancy,
multiple, like if
you
you
have primary and secondary.
MPLS coming in, you need to have MPLS router. If you have, ADSL coming in, you need an ADSL router. You need to have another internet CE. You need to hold multiple CE routers, right?
But again, that will be there. You cannot do anything related to that. Means you are saying you are talking about the customer side, right? Or the provider side?
No. I'm talking in terms of. Yeah, you can say that. Yes, if I have the two links from a customer, if one link, the secondary path, the secondary link would be totally idle. We cannot use it until or unless the primary.
Yes, I got your point. Someone is also someone else is saying.
Local breakout.
What is problem with local breakout?
I mean, like, we cannot diversify the traffic, like, as the other person said, like, the second link or third link is always like idle, waiting for the opportunity. But like, we cannot use it in parallel. If you have a local breakout, like, maybe you can able to split some traffic, like Office 365 or something.
Okay, and the deployment. So we need to have our technician in the data center to do all the stuff. It will take some time. Like
so deployment time. Okay. What else? Security, right?
Yes, right. Security.
Troubleshooting.
Anybody can connect in our network.
So again, troubleshooting in case fault comes.
Monitoring, troubleshooting.
Monitoring already I put it.
Yeah.
Zero touch provisioning.
Yes, which means so central. Yeah.
Right now we don't have the zero touch provisioning in traditional, right?
Yeah.
So again, these are some of the things we can say or we can take. Okay, so now I will tell you how we solve these problems in our SD-WAN environment. Okay, so related to the scalability, we can deploy thousands of sites in a very less time. And it can scale to multiple around, I can guess, lot of sites you can scale very easily. So there is no problem of scalability here. Okay, related to QoS. So QoS is very easy to deploy here because you have a just wizard and you can just do the QoS deployment. monitoring, we have a centralized controller over which we can monitor any of the site at any point of time. Okay, so centralized controller monitoring. So application aware, it is application aware. It can see your application traffic up to, it can have a by default DPIs. So DPI, deep packet inspection. It can inspect your traffic from L5 to L7 layer by default, and it can route your traffic based on the policy which you configured. So for example, for particular application, if I want my MPLS link to be active, so I want my this application data to be transferred from my MPLS link. For example, WhatsApp data, I want my MPLS link to be go. So I can send my WhatsApp data towards my MPLS link. And for other any application, for example, web browsing, I want to be go via internet link. So I can send it. So it can be, it is application aware. So in SD-WAN, you can get deep packet infection. Then complexity, so it is not complexable. Okay, it is easy to configure. You have templates which you can reconfigure again and again, and you can put your configuration. Okay, so out of control. So here we have all control. We need an underlying connectivity from the service provider, and that's all. Rest all the control of your all sites. If you are want to add any site, or if you want to delete any site, you have the control. You can do it at any point of time. Again, manageability is, again, we have the centralized controller which will manage all your site from a single location. Okay, so we have a centralized controller which is known as vManage, and it will manage all of your sites from a single pane of glass. Then deployment type, we have the concept of ZTP, which is zero touch provisioning. So again, you just need to rack your device and plug it, and it will be automatically configured from your controller. Okay, so this is called zero touch provisioning. So it will be deployed within a minute. Security, we have inbuilt IPsec tunnels between our site, which is automatic. Okay, so these are automatic IPsec tunnel which we create. Troubleshooting, easy to troubleshoot from single point. You can open any of the device, site device, and you can troubleshoot from a direct single controller. They use it, and also it saves your time to go to the particular site to take the CLI and all that stuff. Okay, so these are some of the benefits, and apart from that, you can make programming and automation via this as well. So this is also present here. Okay, so in the nutshell, SD-WAN will provide you a lot of benefits, or will solve your traditional WAN challenges which you have in the WAN. So if I draw a diagram, for example, this is my main DC site from which I connect to my sites or branches. Okay, and for example, I have one provider network which is MPLS, another one provider network which is internet. So by default, what it will do, it will make the IPsec tunnel to make it secure. Okay, so one tunnel will be created like this. Another tunnel will be created like this. Another will be here. And the other one will be here. Okay. So as many circuits as you have, it will make the tunnels automatically for you. So your underlying reachability will be service provider job. Okay, and then rest all you can configure or manage.
Shank, when you say underlying reachability, you mean like the physical connections, right?
Yes. End-to-end reachability between your connections, right?
Okay.
Okay. So I should be able to connect or have a ping between my sites.
Got it.
Because this is an overlay solution which will work over your underlying infrastructure. Okay.
Understood.
So anyone having any question till what I taught in this slide? Do not ask the question which is not present in the slide, because some of your question I need to explain maybe in the next slide. But anyways, anyone having any question till here, or everything is good?
It's okay.
Okay. So moving on to the Cisco SD-WAN. Let me zoom it a little bit. So Cisco SD-WAN, how they come up with this one. So previously what Cisco introduces the SD-WAN solution with the name of Cisco IWAN. Okay, so that was the SD-WAN solution made by Cisco. But later on what happens is there's one company called Viptela, which come up with its own Viptela SD-WAN solution, and Cisco acquired this company. Okay, and then they started using it with the name of Cisco Viptela SD-WAN. But nowadays, if you see the Cisco documentation, you will get name as Cisco SD-WAN. So they are getting rid of this word Viptela, and now they are branding it to the solution which is known as Cisco SD-WAN. Okay, and the also more benefits of the SD-WAN solution, or the requirement of getting this solution, is, as you guys know, nowadays our applications are changing, right? Now we have applications in the cloud. So our traffic, we have more traffic over the WAN. So we need to be more manageable, and more security is needed. You have software as a service. You have infrastructure as a service. Your branches are getting direct internet access, right? So now the need is access at any time, right? We need to access anytime and from anywhere around the world. So that's why we need a robust solution which will cater all these needs. So our SD-WAN technology or solution of any of the vendor or Cisco will cater all these needs. Okay, so I hope everyone got just the overview of why we need SD-WAN, what are the benefits we are getting over SD-WAN environment, right? So anyone having any question till now? We all good?
So I have a question here. So basically this SD-WAN is an overlay layer operations.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now, before moving on further, let's talk about the planes we have in network world. So we have three planes in network world, which is one is control plane, another one is management plane, third one is data plane. So anyone tell me about control plane? What is control plane?
It stores all the routing information.
Routing information, or you can say updates, right? So what are the protocols involved in this?
Like OMP.
Forgot about OMP. What else?
OSPF, EIGRP.
BGP protocol.
So OSPF, EIGRP, BGP, STP, ARP, DSCP, right, etc. So these are some of the protocols. Okay, so now what is management plane?
Centralized management.
What I'm just basic questions I'm asking here, not centralized management. It is just a management plane of any router, you can say, right?
Like all-pair management access.
You configure and provide management.
So
information.
provides management of device, right?
Right.
So what are the
Configuration.
so what are the protocols involved in this?
SSH.
SSH, Telnet, HTTPS.
Netconf, okay, etc.
SNMP.
Yes, SNMP as well. Okay, so now what is data plane? Forwarding of your data, right? Whether it is of user data, server data, traffic, any of the traffic, right? So these are some of the planes. So now let's talk about the controllers we have in SD-WAN. So the first controller that we have is vManage. So vManage will act as your management plane. Okay, it provides your GUI, CLI, API access. Okay, it comes as a virtual appliance. So it is virtual appliance. You can get it in OVA or .QCOW2. So these are the two formats in which you can get it. It provides centralized configuration of your SD-WAN infrastructure. Okay, you can deploy it in active standby cluster, where one vManage will act as active, others can act as a standby. One vManage, you can register 2000 edges, so WAN edge devices to it, and up to so you can increase the number of vManage so that it will increase your edge devices as well. Okay, then what else you can do? Software upgrades of any of the edge or any of your device you can do via this only. Troubleshooting, centralized troubleshooting and monitoring you can do directly from vManage. So this is what all some of the major things you can do. So anyone having any question?
How many vManage can be there in a cluster?
So you can go up to 6 vManages.
6.
So again, I just need to check whether they increases the limit, but again, I guess till here it is 6.
So even if, let's say, if there are 6, one of them is only active, the all other will be backup.
Yes. Okay, so the next controller that we have is vSmart. So vSmart is again your virtual appliance, and it provides control plane. So all your control updates, your protocol traffic will be handled by this. Okay, you can deploy it in active state if you want. It distributes control plane information or updates or routing updates to your WAN edges. So whatever WAN edge device you have on your branches, it distributes those updates or control plane information over that. So we are decoupling our control plane from our data plane. Okay, we have a separate controller for our control plane. Okay, it implements policies. Whatever policy we configure in vmanage, it implements that policies in the control plane and send to edge devices. So it will not send the complete policy, but it will send its result to the edge. Okay, so this is my second controller. Anyone having any question related to this?
This is also a cluster. You can have multiple vSmart.
Yes, you can configure multiple vSmart.
In the vManage, you said we can increase up to 6 vManages.
Right.
So if you suppose if you configure in the active standby scenario, so from one vManage we can connect 2000 edges, right? So if you want to increase the edges count, so we can connect up to 6, right?
Right.
So that will be standby or active mode.
So that will be standby. But again, you can connect your edges. That is not an issue.
Okay.
So the vSmart is sending the configuration to the WAN edge devices. Huh?
Sorry?
The vSmart is sending the configuration to the WAN edge routers. Or
no, your configuration will be sent by vmanage, not by vSmart. vSmart will send your control plane information.
Okay.
It will make your control plane. Again, it will not send the information, it makes your control plane.
Okay.
Okay. So this is related to vSmart.
Mr. Sheng, how does that doing for the active? How does that work? So they are doing a load sharing?
Yes, they can do the load sharing between the vSmart.
So both control. So let's say I've got 2 vSmart, I can send the information to
so
the
both
vManager
both will manage the same. Both will have the same information. Okay, like if you know the concept of VPC. So
Yes.
again, in the VPC, you on the upstream switches, your control information is in sync, right?
Yes.
The same way the concept is here. It can send to any of the vSmart, and then vSmart will sync it with each other.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. So it depends on whatever the information goes.
Yes.
Okay.
The third controller that we have is vBond. So vBond comes in your orchestration layer or orchestration plane, or else you can say it in security plane. So again, it is a virtual appliance. So main job is to authenticate your edge devices. So your WAN edge devices, it will authenticate. Okay, and how it authenticate? It authenticate using certificates. So your PKI infrastructure, okay. And also it have whitelist serials which you got from Cisco, so it will do that as well. And what else it do? It will do mutual authentication between your vManage, vSmart, and vBond. Okay, so for example, if this is your vManage, this is your vSmart, and this is your vBond, so you need to do the mutual, it will do the mutual authentication between all that controllers. Okay, what else it will do? It will tells about vManage and vSmart to WAN edge device. So whatever is your WAN edge device, it will tell the location of vManage and vSmart. Okay, there is one more requirement which is an important. It has to be publicly reachable IP. So it needs a publicly reachable IP because your WAN edge needs to authenticate with it. If it is not having the publicly reachable IP, then you can also use one-to-one NAT. So one-to-one NAT needed in that case if it is not publicly reachable. Okay, so anyone having any question related to this?
So what is the authentication method they use to connect between this vManage and the vBond?
Means authentication method means? So they
Like
will
how
use
do
the
they?
certificates with each other. They need to
Okay.
exchange their root certificates with each other and their
Okay.
identity certificates with each other. And then after that, they will authenticate with each other.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now these are our three controllers, what we have in the SD-WAN environment. So now deployment of these controllers. So deployment of controllers. So you have two options, on-prem or on the cloud. What do you mean by on-prem, guys?
Local data center.
On the site
Data center.
premises.
So on the data center, your site, any of the site or
Local
any of the
data center, yes.
headquarters. So basically the location, which is the company location, right? You owned it, right? So on-prem, you have two options. Either you need to configure it on the ESXi or you need to configure in the KVM. Okay, so these are the two options you have. On the cloud side, you can configure your controllers in the Amazon AWS cloud. You can configure your controllers in the Microsoft Azure. You can configure over Google Cloud Platform. And you can configure Cisco controller as a service. So again, this is a fancy term where in the backend, Cisco uses the cloud infrastructure of AWS. So you can get the services from Cisco directly and Cisco will configure your controller as a service and they will provide you the your controller. Okay, and then any of the issue with the controller, Cisco will take care of it. So they will also provide the service related to this. So any question, guys, related to this slide?
What is the meaning of ESXi and KVM?
So ESXi and KVM, so these are again your hypervisor. ESXi is your hypervisor which runs over your server. Okay, so this is of VMware. And KVM
First,
is,
I'll have to deploy the server.
so
and then
over the
I'll have
server, you need to deploy the VMware ESXi hypervisor and over it, you can deploy these controllers as your VMs.
Yeah. When we say Cisco controller as a service, what does it mean? It means the controller includes vBond, vManage, and vSmart, not vEdge, right?
Yes, vEdge is not a controller; it is your WAN edge device.
No,
So
I just okay. Got it. So all these three devices and the design, which means the
SD-WAN, we have only
cluster.
3 controllers, which are vManage, vSmart, and vBond. Okay.
So if you want a cluster like 2 vManages and that specific requirement, we should tell them, right?
Yes. So
Or
your requirement, you can
any
tell them.
kind of thing, and we should select this kind of the template.
You can even select the multiple location as well. So
Yeah, that is what. Do they have any template like for two V managers or single V manage, or we should tell them like we need
so
V
what
manage.
it is as per your requirement, it is not like
Okay,
they have
the
anything.
design part we should tell them, and accordingly they will deploy.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
In the backend, they
basically this
uses the
cloud.
cloud. In the backend, they are using the AWS cloud.
Okay, whatever it doesn't matter, but they will take care of it.
Yes, they will take care of your controller reachability, everything related to that. Any issue, any hardware issue got, they will be responsible.
Okay, they will just give us the access to see and do this stuff.
Yes, all the configuration you can do, all the access you have it.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, it's a kind of a service which will be going to purchase from them. That like
Yes,
a
you
hypervisor.
need to purchase a service right from Cisco.
Or it can be AWS or
Yes, you can
Microsoft or
directly
Google.
go to the AWS and you can configure it. There are steps related to configuration, so you can follow that and you can directly put your controller over the Amazon AWS as well. If you want to involve Cisco and you want to take them as a headache related to the configuration and all, then you can take Cisco controller as a service. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So
Hello,
now
Sean.
let's, yes.
Yes, sorry, last one. Just confirm this. For the on-premise deployment, suppose I have a VMware or a VM, what do you call it, a VM host machine, and I have various rooms deploying the controllers. Just clarify, I'll create 3 separate VMs, each for smart, each for each of the controllers. Suppose a vBond, a vManage, or vSmart. Suppose I'm deploying one. And then I'll make sure that I have connectivity to my V edges so that they can form the TLS, right? Okay.
So I will talk about the tunnels tomorrow. Do not worry about tunnels. But again, yes. But if you go with single deployment, then if your vManage down, you're not able to log into the environment, right? So this is what you have. If your vSmart is down, you're not able to do any of the routing update, right? So any of your new site comes, it will not able to exchange the routes. And vBond, if vBond down, then any of the new site will not be able to authenticate. So your data plane traffic will not stop in case of all these 3 downs as well. Even if they all 3 downs, your data plane will not affect, because data plane will not have any of the things related to it. Data plane will go directly over your service provider.
Oh, okay. Okay. So in a
that
situation
is what we are called as SDN. SDN thing where we decouples our control plane from our data plane, right?
Exactly.
Okay, you said
exactly.
okay. You just said one statement that okay, even this goes down, the data plane will still work. So that traffic will work between those edge devices.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
only the thing is that the new changes will not be applied to the VHS. Still this.
Neither you able to log in, neither you able to do any of the new update, neither you able to authenticate any of the new device.
Till these devices come up.
Yes. So again, but make sure that you should have it in redundancy, right?
Yeah. So trust of this.
Yes. Okay. So now let's talk about the fourth component, which is your V edge or C edge. Again, guys, this is not a controller. This is your WAN edge. So even let me remove it from here so that you will not confuse. So again, these are your 2 different devices. So again, guys, here this V and C represents, if it is V, guys, can you please, Lokesh, put your mic on mute? Thank you. So if it is V, then it is a Viptela device. If it is C, then it is a Cisco device. Okay. So some of the Viptela devices are all Cisco is using. So that's why what it stands. So again, guys, this is your WAN edge router. So physical and virtual. appliance is also available. Virtual appliance is used for your pilot testing or lab demo or like that stuff. In the production environment, always recommend to use the physical device. So it provides your secure data plane. Okay, so secure means it will make IPsec tunnel by default between your sites.
For VH, any particular models are there or?
Yes, I will talk about that. Wait. Then you can use your routing protocols with your existing infrastructure like OSPF, BGP, VRRP, etc. Okay. Then it supports zero touch provisioning. So you can deploy it in minutes. So before deploying it, you should have your template ready in your vManage, so that whatever configuration you need to push, you can push directly from the vManage. So there is no requirement of sending your IT person over your site to configure it. Okay, you just need it to be racking and cabling. That's it. Only needed. Okay, so this is related to VH. So let's talk about hardware options, like hardware models we have. Okay, so one is for VH, another one is for CH. So we have numbers from VH100. So again, these showing the capacity of the link or bandwidth it supports. And on the Cisco side, you can run it over ISR 1100 series, ISR 4000 series, ASR 1000, ENCS 8K 8000 series, new one. Right? So these are all of your physical. Now, in virtual, you have VH Cloud and you have CSR 1000V. So these are your virtual appliances which you have. Okay, so these are some of the models. And to go in built about what is the differences between these models, you can go directly on the Cisco site. So Cisco SD-WAN data sheet. So you will get the complete portfolio of what is VH100, what speed it will offer, 1000, what are the ports it has, 2000, 5000. So these are your VHs, which will run your Viptela OS, and then your ISRs can also run the Viptela OS. Okay, you can put Viptela OS over these models. Then you have
the previous link so that
so you can in the Google search Cisco Viptela data sheets, and there you will get it. So on the iOS, so again, if you want to run Cisco iOS, so this is the iOS XE, which you can run over ISR, ASR, ENCS, and this VH Cloud will run your Viptela OS, and then CSR will run your Cisco OS. Okay, and then this is a complete data sheet of memory requirement, all that stuff. So you can go through that if you want to check between your devices what they support and all that stuff. Okay, so we will stop with our topics for today, and tomorrow I will tell you about what are the different type of VPNs, VRFs we will use it in this, how we will do the licensing, smart account related to Cisco, and your tunnels, what tunnels it will create, etc. So anyone having any question till here before we move on to the last part, which is 15 minutes Q&A, in which you can ask anything about the course content and
Yes, sir.
infrastructure.
9000 will support.
So again, in the data sheet you can check, but I didn't found that ASR 9000. So again, I don't think it will support.
No, I don't think so.
Because yes, here it is showing me ASR 1000 only.
So it
Okay.
supports ASR 1001 actually.
Yes. Okay. So okay. So last 15 minutes, let's ask if you have any of the questions or doubt or anything you need to ask related to the course itself.
Okay. Okay. You said the vSmart active, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I understood it will show it will share the load between the vSmart. So does it mean the updates to, like if you have the 6 VHs, for example, does it mean 3 updates to 3 VHs and other 3 updates to 3 VHs, or
So whatever is the closest vSmart will get the update and then it will send to the other vSmart. So again, it depends whether your vSmart is sending the update or it is other vSmart is sending, or it will send it.
Sorry, I'm
That
not
will
clear.
be
I'm not clear.
so whatever is the closest vSmart to your VH, it will get the update. Okay, and then it will send to
Okay,
other
for the
vSmart.
okay, for example, what if all the 6 VHs is close to vSmart? Does the load balance happens or not?
Yes, you can do the load balance as well, but again, it's vSmart responsibility to send it to other edges. So again, any one of them can send it.
Yeah, that is what how it happens. That's what. Is there any mechanism, or we need to manually define it, or that is what? Try
You
to
can
understand
also
how it
manually define
works.
it, or it will do automatically for you, or also you can manually define it. Okay, this
Okay,
should send to this VH and this should send to this VH.
okay, what is the default nature then?
So default is it will do automatically.
How? Which means, for example, just to give me the for example, 6 VHs, 2 vSmart. So in that scenario, how it goes with the default settings?
So again, whatever is the closest one, it will send it here.
Yeah, man. I understood that. What if 2 6 VHs are close to one vSmart one?
So who will?
Does it
So
mean
again, if your first vSmart will get the update first, it will send it to the other VHs. So again, in the configuration when we do, I will show you that time, because again, it is difficult to explain you here. So that time I will show you.
Yeah, if you're going to explain in detail in future classes, then
Yes.
I'm fine. Okay.
But again, I need to check whether in this course we not have the cluster, because again, we made it on a single one. But I will see if I can make the cluster.
Even if you're not going to show us the cluster, that's fine. But just give me some examples in future classes.
Sure. I will give you the direct examples. Okay. Okay. So anyone having any question related to course content or any of the course related question, or any of our racks or servers related questions?
So what will be the fees for this course?
So yes, that will be a good question. But again, I don't have the answer for it. So let me show you. This is where you can just contact, and our backend team will tell you related to fees, structure, and all. So you can either contact on this email, and or else you can directly contact on this WhatsApp number, and they will reply
Actually, I
you.
tried to call that number. I'm from India only, so I tried to contact that number, but no one took the call or called back.
So
Somebody
again,
called
this
back.
number is from India only. So again, just try it after 8 a.m. in the morning and you will get it. Reply soon. No problem.
Okay, let me retry it again.
Maybe message, no? They will respond. They will call.
Yes.
So you
WhatsApp.
have
WhatsApp, you
just
can
do
do this
WhatsApp.
is the yes, you can do the WhatsApp as soon as you saw it again in the you will get it reply, no issues.
So WhatsApp is a better option to get the reply.
Yes, even in the on the mail also, our backend team is checking the mail continuously, so you will get the reply soon.
Sean, where you located?
So I am in New Delhi.
Okay, where lab is located?
So lab is again we have multiple location. One is in Hyderabad, other one is in Bangalore.
Okay.
So you will
So
get the RDP access, remote access, and then you can do it from anywhere.
okay, can you show maybe like a look and feel how it looks like actually the lab?
Okay, so right now it is shut down. I need to enable it, and so tomorrow I can show you. No issues. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Tomorrow also we have a open class, so anyone can join freely. That is not an issue. But tomorrow I will show you on the vManage dashboard, and I will show you a lot of things like from where we will do the template configuration, policy, security stuff, all that stuff. How we see the V edges and all. So in detail, I will walk through that tomorrow.
Yeah. And Sean, one more question. Generally, like the relation between like ACI, Nexus, this SD-WAN or SD-WAN, whatever. We have separate courses, right? So
Yes.
can you make some like the correlation actually, like we are also subscribed for multiple courses, but I would like to know like how it is exactly like looks like when you are covering only the course, it will only like an isolated path.
But again, there is no correlation between these technologies.
You no need to explain like ACI class here and in ACI.
No. That is what I'm telling you. All these technologies are not correlated with each other in any way. So again, you can take any of the technology at a particular time. It doesn't needs your expertise in other technology.
There is no interoperability or interdependency, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Shank, difficult question about the timing. The timing would be obviously in evening, or it can be changed in the morning. Because like we have same as ACI.
So again, right now the time is only this time only, because morning I am having the ACI batch, and
that
in
is
evening
from Tuesday till Friday.
Yes.
So I was just thinking like this Saturday and Sunday thing can also be like in the morning. Just asking, obviously other guys will have to
but
come also on
again,
this one, but
yes, again, right now we are fixed on this timing, but again, if people want to go in the morning, then it's your wish. So again, we need a vote.
We'll do one thing. I believe tomorrow you have an open class, and after that this batch will be will be locked. So once it is locked, we'll discuss on the group. No problem. Okay, we'll discuss.
No
Thank you.
issues.
Thank you.
So Mahinder, this will be from Tuesday to Friday. Again, it is not on Monday. So again, Tuesday to Friday.
Yeah, ACI is Tuesday to Friday, and this one will be on
Yes,
Saturday.
this one will be on the Saturday, Sunday only. So again, I will take this as a 1.5 or 2 hours class. So,
Got it. That's okay.
So right
I was
now
just asking, like once
today,
it is locked,
yes.
then we'll see if we can shift it in the morning also.
Yes.
Thank you.
Duration is only 15 days.
Sorry?
Duration?
So duration is again 15 days, means you have 15 classes or less than 15 classes, not 15. But again, it will be on weekend, right? So again, you need to count it out. So it takes 1.5 to 2 months to complete. Saturday, Sunday comes after a week, right?
So Sean, you will be covering this programmability like API programmability automation that includes in this, correct?
So again, you can go on this website, Cisco website, and either you can go on our website if you not find it. Then on this Cisco website, if you go, you will get the course content.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just asking you. You will be
So
covering the
related to your ACI or related
API,
to
not ACI.
API, yes,
Related
yes,
program, yes.
related to API, that is of theory part only, and some of the practical I can show. But again, we not have lab in this course for related to API, but I will show you the basic things. Okay.
Oh. I thought you'll be covering how to use the APIs and push the configuration stuff.
So basic stuff I can show you, but in detail we will not go related to API in this course.
So which means, does it mean you'll be covering all the stuff in DevNet?
No, DevNet is not part of this course again.
No,
that is a different course.
Yes, I understood that, but in the sense how I'm asking means you guys going to take APIs in DevNet, right? So in that API section.
So in future we will start the DevNet course after 1 or 2 months. So we have in plan for the DevNet as well.
Yeah. So in that case, APIs. So you'll be covering how to use the APIs in Nexus switches and SD-WANs, that stuff, or
so again the answer is you need to check on the Cisco website. Whatever is the course syllabus, we will get it or do it for you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So again, here you will get the exam topics. The things which is described, those are your theory topics. The things which are configure, that will be your lab topics. So you can see all the topics. So if you see here API and all these are your described, which is related to your theory and all.
So Shank, this particular course will be aligned with this course syllabus. What are you showing? What are the
Yes,
course you're going to teach? You're going to align with this? Okay.
So it will be a complete course syllabus, and even in CCI, this will be less than what we will teach. Okay, so again, CCNP has a more syllabus than CCI in enterprise related to SD-WAN. I am talking about.
So Shank, this is different from the one which you just took like a couple of weeks back. One more demo classes you gave on SD-WAN and Cisco ACI. So this is different than that?
No, that will be same. That
Oh,
batch
this is
is
a part of that
already.
one? Okay.
No,
Okay.
that is not a part. That one is already ended. So again, I am restarting the same batch.
Oh, okay. And the timings is 8:30 a.m. IST? Sorry, PM IST?
It is 11:30 p.m. IST for to today and tomorrow, and then we will discuss if we want to shift it in morning or not. So as per the poll of the students, we will finalize out. So again, our initial plan is to go with evening only. But again, if lot of people will say for morning, then I can shift to morning. I have no issues. Even better for me. I can
So
sleep early.
yeah, evening in the sense like
Same
Saturday
here,
and
actually.
Sunday. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday you are planning to put like instead of 11:30 like 6:30 or something like
No,
that?
I have other batches of CCI and all. So I am free at 11 p.m. That is the issue.
Okay.
So I have
What is the other
multiple.
preferred time slot, Shank sir? Like
So
I
again,
thought
in the
of
morning
11:30.
only I have the slots because ACI is for morning of weekdays, and then weekends, evening I have other CCI batches, CCNP batches. Then so this like I have two options only. Either weekdays morning or this time means your weekend morning or weekend this time 11:30 p.m. IST, or else in the weekdays in the evening. That also I can do.
Weekdays what timings again?
Weekdays in the evening I am free, so I can select any time, but again it depends on the people because a lot of people's are job oriented, so again it depends. So guys, once we logged the meeting, so after that we will be finalized on the timings, so do not worry about that as of now. Let's first enjoy these two classes. What one is today and another one is tomorrow. So anyone having any other question?
Yes, my question just to talk about the certificate authorities. on Linux 7, as well as the DNS and NTP deployment for Linux. Yes. Are you going to use the Cisco the new CCIE host VM for this, or what flavor of Linux operating system would you be using? So
again, guys, again, if I need to go with the, so I can use the OpenSSL to generate the certificate. Okay, so OpenSSL is the one option which doesn't even need your Linux system. It will be inbuilt in your vManage, vBond, vSmart. So we can use the OpenSSL to generate the certificates and push to all the edges. So that is the one option. The other option which we will do is your Windows based certification. Because again, in enterprises, 90% enterprises will use the Windows server to generate the certificates, right? So again, I need to align with the production, how the things goes in production.
Sorry to interrupt, Shank. Is there any technical, like any further discussion will be going on related to this program, or because I just got one thing, I have to opt out now.
Yeah, sure, no problem. We are not going for any technical. Yeah, it's just the Q&A I am taking. That's it.
Sure,
and
sure.
Again,
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Shank, for today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And even we're done with our time for today. So again, guys, let's meet tomorrow again, and whatever the questions left, we will take it tomorrow. So that's all for today. Have a great day ahead and night for the Indian guys. So let's meet tomorrow again at the same time, 11:30 p.m. IST. Okay. Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye for today.
Thank you. Thank you.